Yes, good morning students. Today I will tell you about the chapter number 3, that is your matrices. So first we will continue with the introduction of this chapter number 3, matrix. What is matrix and what is the advantage? So generally when you are noticed in your surrounding, whenever something are in a systematic manner, some things are in a particular, you can say, row and column, and you want to express something in a particular format. For example, if you want to denote 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is in a very systematic manner. If you have noticed it, you write 1, then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then this symbol. Okay, so in the concept of matrix, how can we define it? How can we start it? If you see one example which is written here, Radha has 15 notebooks and 6 pens. Mohan has 10 notebooks and 2 pens, and Shyam has 13 notebooks and 5 pens. So this is the information. If I am writing here first name, then Radha, then Mohan, and then Shyam, and then if I am writing here the information which is related with them, that is about notebook and pen, then I will write here notebooks and then pens. So as per this information, we can say Radha has 15 notebooks and 6 pens. Mohan has 10 notebooks and 2 pens, and then Shyam has 13 notebooks and 5 pens. If I am mentioning here this type of symbol, so with the help of this symbol and with the help of this systematic arrangement, we will easily say yes, Radha has 15 notebooks and 6 pens, Mohan has 10 notebooks and 2 pens, and Shyam has 13 notebooks and 5 pens. So it is a systematic way of representation. So with the help of this type of arrangement, we will easily show any type of information. In very easier way, we will say about our information. If you notice here, so if you see this type of arrangement is known as matrix. In this arrangement, these 15, 10, 13, 6, 2 and 5 are entries. Okay, and we are saying this is your first row, which is known as R1. This is your second row, which is known as R2. This is your third row, which is known as R3. This is your C1 column and C2 column. So we can say in this representation of matrix, there are 3 rows and 2 columns. These horizontal lines are known as rows, and these vertical lines are known as columns. And the things which we write here, that is 3 row into 2, this 3 into 2 is known as order of matrix. We can say in this type of matrix, there are 3 rows and 2 columns, and this is also denoted by n into n. It means we can say n is related with rows and n is related with columns. Or there are 6 elements. If you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you multiply 3 into 2, it is also 6. So we can say in this information there are 6 entries, 3 rows, that is horizontal line, and 2 columns, that is your vertical line. And order of matrix is represented by n into n. And this matrix is always represented by capital letter. It may be any English alphabet. It may be capital S or capital A or capital B. And the things which are given in this symbol, it is known as entries. So this big bracket type of symbol is known as symbol of matrix. The another symbol of matrix are, we can say this is also the symbol of matrix, or we can say this type of brackets is also related with symbol of matrix. But here in our NCERT course, as per our course, we will go through with this big bracket. This is the symbol of matrix, and again I am repeating, it is represented by capital letters. So it is the introduction part of matrix. And matrix, what is the advantage of matrix and where we are using matrix in our daily routine? In our daily routine, whenever you go to, for example, you are go to any railway station or bus station, you are see there so many informations are given on railway station. If you are go to any bank or post office, so many charts are there, so many informations are given there. At railway station, it is given it is your departure time, it is your arrival time, so that you will easily identify yes, which information is related with what. So it is a systematic arrangement of information, nothing else. For example, if we are taking one matrix as I said, it is related to the capital letters. So if I am writing here 1, 2, 3 and -4, and these numbers are real number, these numbers are complex numbers also. Okay, so as you see, this is the matrix of 2 into 2 because there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So we can say order of this matrix A is 2 into 2. 4 elements are there, 4 entries are there. It can also be written as A11, A12, A21, A22. It means we can say when we will compare it, we can say the value of small a11 is related with 1, a12 is related with 2, a21 is related with 3 and a22 is related with -4. So 4 types of elements are there, 4 types of entries are there, and when we will do compare, when order are same. If you see here order is 2 into 2, here is also 2 into 2, otherwise comparison is not possible. So if we want to do the comparison, order must be same. So it is related with 2 into 2. If we are taking 3 into 3, that is also possible. For example, if I am taking here a equals to 1, 2, -5, 0, iota which is a complex number, 6, sin x which is a trigonometric function you can say, -9 or -7. So it is related with 3 into 3. Why? Because it is your R1 row, this is your R2 row, this is your R3 row, this is your C1, C2 and C3 column. It means order of this matrix is 3 into 3, total elements are 9, total entries are 9, or if you compare with this Aij, A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. It is also related with 3 into 3. If you notice here, what is I and J? I is related with 1, 2 and 3 and J is also related with 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 9 entries are there, and when you compare you will easily say it is 3 into 3 and this matrix is also related with 3 into 3. So comparison is possible because both order of matrices are same. So we can say the value of small a22 is related with iota. The value of a12 is related with 0. The value of a23 is related with -9. So this is the comparison between the two matrices. Whenever we want the comparison of two matrices, their order should be same, otherwise comparison not possible. So earlier it was related with 2 into 2, and this is the comparison of 3 into 3. 9 elements are there, 9 entries are there. And the next topic is construction of matrix. So if you want to make a matrix related with Aij equals to I plus j upon 2, and we want a matrix, construct a matrix of 2 into 2. If this relation is given, if Aij equals to I plus j upon 2, then construct a matrix of 2 into 2. It means we want 4 entries. So how can we will calculate it? First we will go with Aij, which is equivalent to A11, A12, A13. We will write here A21, A22. And this is your small a, not capital A. This is small a. Small aij equals to I plus j upon 2. Then construct a matrix of 2 into 2. Then how can we start? Let capital Aij equals to these 4 entries. Now one by one we will calculate A11, A12, A21 and A22 with the help of this given relation. So for example, if you mark it as equation number first, so how can we start? First we will calculate A11. It means the value of I is 1 and the value of j is 1. This is the value of I and this is the value of j. Now we will put the value of I and j in this relation. So it becomes 1 plus 1 upon 2. So 2 upon 2 is 1. It means the value of A11 is 1. After this we will calculate A12. It means the value of I is 1 and the value of j is 2. So we will put the value again here. So it becomes 1 plus 2 upon 2. This is your 3 upon 2. With the help of the same procedure, we will calculate the value of A21 and A22 also. So after this, when we will calculate A21, it means the value of I is 2 and the value of j is 1. So it becomes 2 plus 1 upon 2. It becomes 3 upon 2. After this we will calculate A22. This is your 2 plus 2 upon 2. It becomes 4 upon 2. So we will get 2. So after calculating these values A11, A12, A21 and A22, all these values we will put in equation number first. So what we will get? After putting the value, so we can say Aij is equivalent to A11 is 1, A12 is 3 by 2, this is your 3 by 2 and this is your 2. It is related with 2 into 2. So we can easily construct a matrix when some relation is given to us between I and j. One by one we will calculate and put the value again in equation number first. We can say this is the concept of construction of matrix. With the help of this concept, we will construct any type of matrix, whether it is 2 into 2, whether it is 3 into 2, whether it is 3 into 3. So after construction of matrix, we will come to the next point, that is type of matrix. So there are various types of matrices. So first we will start with the column matrix. The concept is types of matrix. Under this heading, first we will go to with the column matrix. For example, if we are saying 1, 2, 3, so only one column is there. That's why this type of matrix is known as column matrix. It includes only one matrix, that's why we can say. Second one is row matrix. Row matrix means if I am taking here B equals to 3, 4, 5. Such type of matrix is known as row matrix because here is only one row. Third matrix is square matrix. If you see the name of this matrix, it is related with square. For example, if you are taking C as 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 rows are here and 2 columns are here. If rows and columns both are equal, then we can say such type of matrix is known as square matrix. If you see in this matrix, it is your small a11, this is your small a12, this is your small a21 and this is your small a22. 4 elements are there, that's why order of this matrix is 2 into 2. So if rows and columns both are same, we can say such type of matrix is known as square matrix. So after column, row and square matrix, I will continue with the next type of matrix, which is known as diagonal matrix. So what is the meaning of diagonal matrix? So first condition for diagonal matrix is that we want a square matrix. So a square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if its all non-diagonal elements are equivalent to 0. For example, if I am taking one example, 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. So if you see this matrix, it is a square matrix. How can we say it is a square matrix? Because 3 rows are here and 3 columns are here. That's why we can say the order of this matrix is 3 into 3. And non-diagonal elements are, if you see here, 1, 2, 3. These are diagonal elements. And other elements, those are equivalent to 0. These are non-diagonal elements. And if you compare with the matrix A, for example, if you compare with Aij, that is your A1, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Now you compare it. So if you see here, these are the diagonal elements and their values are 1, 2, 3. Their values are any real number. But if you see the other non-diagonal elements, for example A12, A13, A21, A31, A32, all these are non-diagonal elements and their values must be equivalent to 0. Then we can say that type of matrix is known as diagonal matrix. This is 3 into 3. If we are taking some another example, for example, if I am taking B, so we can say 1, -5, 0, 0. Such type of matrix is also known as diagonal matrix because if you see here, non-diagonal elements are equivalent to 0. So this is the condition if the non-diagonal elements are equivalent to 0 and the diagonal elements are given here which are equivalent to 0, you can say, and which are any other real number. So such type of matrix is known as diagonal matrix. It means we can say a square matrix is related with diagonal matrix if its non-diagonal elements are equivalent to 0 and other elements is related with any type of real number, or we can say complex number also. After diagonal matrix, we will come to on scalar matrix. So it is the 5th number, scalar matrix. For example, if we are taking such type of matrix √3, 0, 0, 0, √3, 0, 0, 0, √3. If you see this matrix, non-diagonal elements are equivalent to 0 and diagonal elements are equal, their values are same, then we can say such type of matrix is known as scalar matrix. Then the 6th one is identity matrix. Now our 6th part is identity matrix. So if we are taking one example, for example B equals to 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So if you notice here, all the non-diagonal elements, these are the diagonal elements, lie on diagonal sides. Okay. So if you see the non-diagonal elements, they are equivalent to 0, but the diagonal elements are equivalent to 1. So that is related with identity matrix, or such type of examples are related with identity matrix. It is related with 3 into 3. If someone wants yes, how can we denote from 2 into 2? We will take one example more. 1, 1, 0, 0. Such type of examples, such type of matrix are known as identity matrix, or we can say it is also known as unit matrix. Okay. So if you compare this matrix with this Bij, if I am writing here B11, B12, B13, B21, B22, B23, B31, B32, B33. It is also related with 3 into 3. So we can say these diagonal elements. It means the value of B11, B22 and B23 are equivalent to 0. It means when I equals to j, then the value, it is not 0, it is equivalent to 1. When I equals to j, then we can say B11, B22 and B33 are equivalent to 1. But what happened when I not equals to j? For example, it is your B12, B13, B21, B23, B31 and B32. All these values are equivalent to 0. If we comparing these two, here the I and j both are equal, so value is equivalent to 1. But when I not equals to j, then we can say the value of these non-diagonal elements B12, B13, B21, B23, B31 and B32 are equivalent to 0. So such type of the matrices are known as identity matrix. If we see here, this is the value of C11, this is the value of C12, this is the value of C21 and this is the value of C22. So here we can say C11 and C22 both are equivalent to 1 because I and j both are equal. And here if you see here C12 and C21, these are equivalent to 0 because I not equals to j. So such type of matrices are known as identity matrix, and identity matrix is also denoted by capital I, and the another name of identity matrix is unit matrix also. Now we will come to the last matrix, that is known as zero matrix. So whenever we go with the scalar matrix, identity matrix or diagonal matrix, it should be very much clear in our mind that these must be square matrix. Yeah, these must be related with square matrix. And square matrix, all of you know very well, if rows and columns both are equal, these matrices are known as square matrix. So the last matrix is zero matrix. Zero matrix is also known as null matrix. And the symbol of zero matrix is capital 0, or you can say dark 0. This is the symbol of null matrix or zero matrix. So for example, if we are taking such type of example, if I am taking here dark 0 equals to 0, 0, 0 and 0. 4 entries are there and they are very equivalent to 0. So we can say this is the matrix of 2 into 2 because 2 rows and 2 columns are there. If I am taking one more example, what happens if I am taking 0, 0, 0, again 3 zeros are there. It is, if you see here, 2 rows and 3 columns are here, so it is related with 2 into 3. So we can say this is the example of zero matrix and it is represented by 0, 2 into 3, 6 entries are there. So there is no need for square matrix. There is no need we can say square matrix maybe zero matrix. If it is not a square matrix, after that we can say it is related with zero matrix. For example, if you are taking 0, this is also the example of zero matrix because it is related with one row and one column, or we can say again this is the example of a square matrix. So there is no need कि zero matrix must be square matrix. It may be square matrix. If it is not a square matrix, then also it is related with zero matrix, as you see in these examples. So after the concept of type of matrix, we will continue with the next concept, that is equal matrix. How can we say two matrices are equal? So the next heading is equal matrices. We can say two matrices are equal. When they are equal, for example, if I am taking here 1, 2, 3, 4 and again the value of B is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Both the order are same. In both the matrices there are two rows, that is the horizontal line, and two columns, that is your vertical line, C1 and C2. So if both order are same, both elements are same, then we can say such type of matrix are known as equal matrix. So for example, if I am saying X, Y, Z, W is the matrix related with the left hand side, it is related with 2 into 2, and this is your 1, minus 5, 3 and 4, it is also related with 2 into 2. So how can we identify the value of X, Y, Z and W with this equation? So basically first we will see both the orders are same or not. In this example both the order are same, so that comparison is possible. We can say the corresponding value of X is 1, the corresponding value of Y is minus 5. If you see here, it is related with A11, so here A11 is related with 1, so the corresponding value of X is 1, the corresponding value of Y is minus 5, the corresponding value of Z is 3, and the corresponding value of W is 4. So we can say two matrices are equal when their order are same. Otherwise comparison or equality is not possible. As per this example, you will easily identify the value of different types of variables. X is equivalent to 1, Y equivalent to minus 5, corresponding element of Z is 3, and corresponding element of W is 4. So with the help of such type of example, you will easily identify the value of different variables. After equal matrix, we will continue with the most important concept of matrices, that is operation. Different types of operations are here, that is plus, minus and multiplication. So first we will start with the addition of matrices. So the next concept is operations on matrices. Under this heading, first we will go through with addition of matrices. So when addition of matrices is possible, for example, if I am taking two matrices, A is equivalent to 1, 2, 3 and 4, and another matrix is 5, 6, 7 and minus 5. So addition is possible when, if you see in both the matrices, order are same. Here total entries are 4 and here also total entries are 4. Both are square matrix. Their order are also same. If order are same, then we can say addition is possible. And how can we will add? A plus B equals to the corresponding element of 1 is 5. The corresponding element of 2 is 6. Similarly, the corresponding element of 3 is 7 and the corresponding element of 4 is minus 5. Now we will add it. 1 add with 5, 2 add with 6, 3 add with 7 and 4 add with minus 5, and then we will solve it. What we will get? We will get 6, 10, 8 and minus 1. And if you notice here, the order of this addition is again 2 into 2. It means addition of matrix is possible when their order are same. If their order are not same, their addition is not possible. And if you see the final answer, that is also related with the same order. Same concept we will do with subtraction also. For example, if we are taking plus as minus for the same example, then how can we will calculate subtraction of these two matrices? So we will follow the same procedure. This time we will go with subtraction. So again same thing are there. Orders should be same, and if you notice here, both the orders are same, both the matrices are related with 2 into 2, so that subtraction of matrices is possible. So how can we calculate A minus B? The corresponding element of 1 is 5, so we will write here 1 minus 5. Then we will write here 2 minus 6. Then we will write here 3 minus 7. Then we will write here 4, then minus, and then minus sign is here. And now we will solve it. 1 minus 4 is minus 4. 3 minus 7 is minus 4, 2 minus 6 is minus 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. Again, if you notice here, the order of matrix is again 2 into 2. So this is the concept of subtraction of matrices. Now we are taking one more example related with subtraction of matrix. This time I am taking one example related with 3 into 3. So how can we solve subtraction of matrix when 3 into 3 matrices are given to us? For example, if we are taking two matrices, A is minus 1, 2, 3, 0, 5, 6, 1, 7, 9. It is related with 3 into 3 because 3 rows and 3 columns are there, or you can say 3 horizontal lines and 3 vertical lines are given here. And we are now I am taking one more matrices 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3 and 1. Now my question is, we have to calculate, find A minus 2B. This is the question. So first we have to go with 2B. What is the meaning of 2B? The meaning of 2B is we want 2 times of this matrix B. It means we have to multiply this 2 by each entries which are present in the matrix B. So first we will calculate 2B, then we will go with the subtraction. So in such type of question, first we will calculate 2B, and it can be done as, first we will write 2, then we will write the value of B, that is 1, 7, 2, 3, 8, 3, 5, 9, 1. Now you will multiply 2 with each and every entries. So when you will multiply it, 2 1 are 2, 2 7 are 14, then 4, then 6, 16, 6, then we will write 10, 18 and 2. So this is the value of 2B. After calculating 2B, now we will calculate A minus 2B. So after this, now we will go through with this concept A minus 2B. So first we will put the value of A, then we will put the value of 2B. So we write here A minus 2B equals to value of A minus value of 2B. This is your 2, 14, 4, 6, 16, 6, 10, 18 and 2. If you see both the matrices A and 2B, their order are same, so that subtraction is possible, otherwise subtraction is not possible. So again I am repeating, if order are same of both the matrices, then subtraction is possible, otherwise it is not possible. Now we will subtract the corresponding element. The corresponding element of minus 1 is 2. So we will write here minus 1, minus 2. Then we will write 0, minus 6. Then we will write 1, minus 10. There is some gap between the columns, and same for the rows. Then corresponding element of 2 is 14. So we write here 2 minus 14, 5 minus 16. Then we will write 7 minus 18. And in last row, 3 minus 4, 6 minus 6, 9 minus 2. So if you see here, some gaps between the columns, some gap between the rows. Now we will solve it. So when we will solve it, minus 1 and minus 2, it becomes minus 3. 2 minus 14, this is your minus 12. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. 0 minus 6 is minus 6. 5 minus 16 is minus 11. 6 minus 6 is 0. This is minus 9, minus 11, and this is your 7. And if we notice, the order of this matrix is 3 into 3 because 3 rows are here and 3 columns are here, and total entries are 9. So we can say 3 into 3 is 9. So this is the concept of subtraction of matrices, in which you have to focus if this 2 will multiply by each element of matrix B. After getting 2B, you will go with A minus 2B. Yes, one more concept I want to tell, or I want to add in subtraction of matrix. If order are not same, then subtraction of matrices is not possible. For example, the order of A is 3 into 3 and the order of B is 2 into 3, then we can say subtraction is not possible. In this case, or we can say addition is also not possible. Subtraction or addition, both are not possible. Are not possible. So this is the mandatory condition. If we want to add two matrices or if we want to subtract two conditions, their order should be same. Their order must be same. Otherwise, it is not possible. So after addition and subtraction, I am continuing with the next operation, that is multiplication of matrices. It is very, very important. So what is the condition for multiplication? For example, the order of matrix A is 2 into 2 and the order of matrix B is also 2 into 2. Then we can say multiplication is possible. Why it is possible? Because these two are same. It means this is your row, this is your column. It means number of columns of matrix A is equivalent to number of rows of matrix B. Then multiplication is possible, otherwise it is not possible. For example, if I am taking 2 into 3 and here I am taking 2 into 2. So if you see these two are not same. That's why we can say here multiplication is possible, yes, but here multiplication is not possible. So what is the necessary condition for multiplication? The number of columns of first matrix is equivalent to number of rows of second matrix, then it is possible, otherwise it is not possible. So you have to keep this in your mind. Thank you.